So good morning dear students. So next chapter is semiconductor electronics. Here in this figure you can see that the capacitors, rectifier crystal, fuses and the diodes. So this you have seen in your electronic gadgets, so like mobiles and electronic circuit. So these are all the elements which are required in electronics. So electronics is a branch of physics which deals with the electrical devices. Okay, so here we are going to study the electronics, how they are prepared, what is the history of these electronics and the semiconductors. So you are familiar with these computers. So computers, there are certain stages of computers. First stage, second stage, third stage and 4 5 stage, that is called as the generations of the computers. So it is said that in first generation computers they were like the size of this classroom. So classroom size ಅಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಅದು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ದಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ನೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ಥರ ನಮಗೆ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿಸ್ semiconductor electronics. Okay, now we are going to start this chapter in detail. Before the discovery of transistor in 1948, the devices were mostly are the vacuum tubes. So here you can see that these are the vacuum tubes. So these vacuum diodes which have two electrodes, so that is the anode and the cathodes, and the vacuum triode has three electrodes, so that is cathode, plate and grid, and tetrode and pentodes they have 4 and 5 electrodes. Okay, so here it is shown the vacuum diode, vacuum triode and vacuum tetrode and pentode. So diode means 2, triode means 3, tetrode means 4 and pentode means it is 5. Here what happens is, in a vacuum tube the electrons are supplied by the heated cathode. So cathode is heated, so the electrons were supplied, and the control flow of these electrons in vacuum is obtained by varying the voltage between its different electrodes. So there will be electrodes, that is cathode and anodes. The voltage applied to that is, it is varied in order to get the control flow of these electrons. Okay, these vacuum tubes they have some disadvantages. So what are those disadvantages? So you are familiar with the first generation computers. So they are of the size of this room. So ಅದು ರೂಮ್ ಸೈಜಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಯಾಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಲ್ಕಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಮೇನ್ disadvantage. So it cannot be carried from one place to other place. So it is fixed. Therefore it is disadvantage. And one more disadvantage is it is operated at the high voltage, that is it need 100 volt supply. So 100 volt ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಬೇಕು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಹೈ ಪವರ್. ದಿ ಪವರ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಲೀಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ disadvantage. And they have the limited lifetime, so they can be damaged further by increasing the voltage. Therefore these are the some limitation. In order to overcome these limitations, the semiconductor electronic devices were invented in 1930. Okay, the materials are classified into conductors, semiconductor and insulators. So that is on the basis of conductivity. So how the current is conducted in the materials, by that they are classifying the materials as conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Here you can see that conductor, the example is copper, that is good conductor of heat and electricity. Semiconductors and the insulators example is wood, that is wood is the bad conductor of electricity. The wood is the bad conductor of electricity. And the semiconductors are nothing but these are the conductors, name itself indicates that semi, that is partially conductors are called as semiconductors. These semiconductors they can be converted into insulators and the conductors. Okay, so therefore they are called as semiconductors. These semiconductors are insulators at room temperature. ಸೊ ರೂಮ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವು ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ converted into conductors. Therefore, they are called as semiconductors. Semiconductors are sometimes they are called as conditioned conductors. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಲೋ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ಇನ್ಸುಲೇಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ದಿಸ್ classification is based on the conductivity of these conductors. Now you must study what is meant by this conductivity and resistivity. So because we have classified the materials on the basis of conductivity. So conductivity is nothing but it is the conductivity, it is also called as specific conductance, is the measure of a material's ability to conduct an electric current. So in this figure you can see here the conductivity. So that line indicates that is the flow of current. This material, it will allows this current to pass through it. This ability of this conductor is called as conductivity. Okay, it is the ability of the conductor to conduct electric current is called as electrical conductivity. So, and what is meant by this resistivity? The resistivity is also called as specific electrical resistance. It is the measure of how strongly a material opposes the flow of electric current. So it is opposite to this electrical conductivity, that is it is resisting. What it is resisting is, it is resisting the electrical current. So we can take the example. So example of this wood and water. So you can say that the water is the good conductor of electricity. Okay, pure water is insulator, but this impure water, it is acts as a conductivity. It will conduct this current ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೀಟನ್ನು ವಾಟರ್ನ ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಯಿಲ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೀಟ್ಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ flow. So now consider this wood. So wood is the bad conductor of electricity. ಅದಲ್ವಾ. So it will not conduct electricity. So the ability of that wood to resist the flow of current is called as this resistivity. So we can convert this wood as the from this insulators to conductor. ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡಿಪ್ that wood inside this water and then the water is present on this wood, then this wood, it can be converted into this conductor. Here what is responsible, this water is responsible for the conduction of this current. So therefore these two terms are very important in discussing the solid state electronics. Okay, now classification based on electrical conductivity or resistivity. So here you can see that the conductors means they have a conductivity is very high. Conductivity is very high means the resistivity must be very low. So the range is the resistivity is denoted by rho. Rho is equal to 10 to the power of minus 12 to 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter, and this conductivity is 10 to the power of 2 to 10 to the power of 8 Simon per meter. The conductivity is very much greater than compared to the resistivity. So example for conductors are copper, nickel, etc. These are very common examples of these conductors. Now insulators. So insulators means they do not conduct electricity. So they do not conduct electricity implies that their resistivity is very high. Resistivity is very high means the conductivity is very less. So here you can see that the rho is 10 to the power of 11 to 10 to the power of 19 ohm meter. That is resistivity is very high, but the conductivity is 10 to the power of minus 11 to 10 to the power of minus 19 Simon per meter. So some examples are wood and the rubbers are the best example for the insulator. Therefore while we are dealing with any electrical appliances, we use hand gloves. The hand gloves are made up of the rubbers because the rubbers are bad conductors. Okay, so and this semiconductor, these semiconductors are the materials whose conductivity lies between conductivity or resistivity lies between that of the conductors and insulators. So you can see here the values. Rho is 10 to the power of minus 5 to 10 to the power of 6 ohm meter, and the conductivity is 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of minus 6 Simon per meter. So if you increase the conductivity, by decreasing this resistivity, then they can be acted as the conductor. If you are decreasing their conductivity and increasing their resistivity, then they can be acted as these insulators. The commonly examples are silicon and the germaniums. They are most used in this semiconductor electronics. Now we are going to study these semiconductors in details. Semiconductors are classified into elemental semiconductors and compound semiconductors. So elemental name itself indicates that they are made up of the elements. So what are those elements? So they are the silicon and the germanium. Okay, the semiconductors made up of the silicon and the germanium are called as elemental semiconductor. So then what is compound semiconductor? Name itself indicates that they are not the elements but they are the compounds. So these compounds, they are further compound semiconductors are further classified into inorganic compounds, organic compounds, and these organic polymers, so that you are studying in your chemistry classes. So what is this inorganic compounds? Example for this inorganic compounds are cadmium sulfide, gallium arsenide, cadmium selenide. Okay, so they are nothing but they are mixture of these elements. So elemental semiconductor means it is only purely silicon or the germanium, but here inorganic are they are mixture, that is cadmium and sulfide, gallium and arsenide. So they are mixtures. Organic compounds are, that is anthracene and doped phthalocyanines are some examples for this organic compounds. And organic polymers, that is polypyrrole, polyaniline and polythiophene are the examples. But in this chapter you are going to study only about these elemental semiconductors. We are not dealing with these compound semiconductors, because these compound semiconductors, they are huge topics. This elemental semiconductor, they are easy to understand. The basic concept of this elemental semiconductors we are studying in the next class.